Oh no. No, I've gone and done it. I'm back on VRChat. What? So I just did a little test, uh, and sure enough, since my cognitive functions are better, I was able to quickly recover this avatar. And sorry, my controller keeps dying right now. I guess, or I'm losing track. Anyways, I got some bugs to work out. But anyways, I'll probably be back with as long as. Okay, this controller is dead. Dang it! I already have a bad thumbstick, so I set up OpenVR advanced settings to work with that. But now with this controller dying, that's messing it all up. So, anyways, this is the Avatar testing world. I set that as my home world. I was just playing my stream in the background on the video player. But this is my older avatar, but this was just a random version I picked and brought back up to speed and uploaded because I'd somehow messed up access to the original, the one that's already existing. And so my fizz bones, I never set the fizz bones on it, and then there's not even an option to still use dynamic bones, so it's been crazy. Anyways, this is a really rough, quick effort to get this going. The tail's a little bit crazy, but overall, it's not too bad. What the heck? All right. I'll just go to first person. Shoot. Okay, so I'm down to one controller. Oh. Okay, let's see. Oh, damn it. I'm still not seeing first person. What the heck? There we go. All right, so this is the doppelganger of the avatar. So anyways, just the main avatar I've had for a while, only with the dead controller. That sucks. The battery's dead. So anyways, there'll be some more VRChat content potentially, so long as this cognitive improvement holds. That's been pretty immediate, pretty drastic, which is good. It gives me some hope that there's an immediate and drastic solution to that problem, which is my main issue. But I have other problems going on. So unfortunately, the steroids currently have me dizzy, and then I've been light sensitive, as though I'm migraine prone, but I'm not getting migraines, and I may not be getting migraines between the effects of the steroids and also the blood pressure medicine I'm on may not be allowing me to actually get a migraine, but I'm getting the auroras and stuff like that. Really, really problematic. In other words, I can't just hit the ground running, but I can actually do stuff, and there's no right answer. But I think what I found is the only things I could consider doing when this was at its worst was anything that I could do with the flow state. So not knowing how long this improvement will last, not knowing how well the overall situation is going to look for the near term till I get a diagnosis, still not knowing anything basically other than knowing now that it's absolutely technically possible that a quick fix could get my cognitive function back. Now, steroids as a regular thing is not a good, practical, sensible option. So I have to wait and see what other options are. But in the meantime, since I don't know whether this is lasting for a short time or a long time, I'm trying to get stuff back on par and actually get back to a flow state with a few things. And maybe get warmed up and see if I can't carry that momentum forward. Typically, if this is MS, typically people with MS don't suddenly lose the ability to do everything they ever did before. So I think it creates a learning disability more than anything. And if you've already learned something, then you can go from there. Seems like I can add to a general knowledge. That's fine. But trying to actually wrap my head around something fresh start, or fresh new, or even just muscle memory and stuff. Trying to train myself to play Rocket League with a controller, for example. I'm getting nowhere with that while those cognitive issues are going on. No matter how much I practice, I still seem to be at the same level. It's just an example of one place where, I'm just not adapting to the controller. I know how to play the game already, but I can't redirect that. I know it's not going to be easy. That's a tricky thing to do for anybody, but it should be done. Practice should be making some progress, and it doesn't, for example. But anyways, I can give other examples, but I'm being distracted now with my dogs barking, with my controllers not working. This is a crippled endeavor, but it's just the beginning. But the goal, and the amazing thing, the thing that highlights just how much of a game changer the steroids were for my cognitive abilities, is the fact that I had not done anything. I had not uploaded any avatars for well over a year now, for sure, but probably pushing 2 years. Haven't worked on them in a while. Hadn't reinstalled. I had Blender reinstalled for a little bit, but I hadn't actually reinstalled everything, got everything working again since I had an SSD crash. I didn't put everything back on. So I went from just having a mess of wherever stuff was landed to actually getting it organized and getting things back up to speed, and enough to quickly upload this avatar. This avatar still has issues, but it is up and working. Mission accomplished. I can make videos with it. It needs some tweaking. I did something better, or something turned out way better on the textures or the material I set up than the original. I like it, and it's just a mobile VRChat standard toon-lit mobile shader or something like that. But it looks way better than it ever has previously. That's cool. It's an Atlas texture. This isn't. I can do better at this now. This was using simple this was using. Anyways, I can do better than this on the texturing, even still. So I'm just rambling a bit. But yeah, it's a good thing. It's just the beginning of possibly getting back to VRChat content and other content like I would actually like to make, the whole point of ever having a channel to begin with. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll update more when I'm able. I've got a pretty full plate going on right now, with my hands in many fires, trying to take advantage of this opportunity. So have a good one. Be sure to like and subscribe for more great content, and I'll get the bugs worked out of this for future videos. Take care.